Welcome to Whiskey Vault.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Rex.
This is a gift from magnificent bastard Dustin Patterson.
Dustin Patterson, you magnificent bastard.
Hakushu.
Oh, come on.
A legitimate Japanese whiskey, 12 years old. It's really, it used to be that this was more common. They're now starting to release it again. This, I think, is, if you want to go to the store and get a genuine Japanese whiskey,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And you're from Suntory,
Okay.
and you don't want to buy Toki or Harmony or something like that.
A lot of qualifiers.
Then this, because otherwise Nikas are a little more available and things like that, right?
Right.
But this is, Hakushu is from Suntory.
Okay.
It's more peated.
Huh.
So what they do is they take unpeated malt,
Yeah.
and the Hakushu distillery is about 5 hours northeast up the island,
Right.
away from Yamazaki.
I think you can only go northeast.
Yeah. So I'm saying north
Yeah.
of, but it's not really north because the island
And you
goes
said
like this.
peated.
It's so what they do
Yeah.
is they start with non-peated malts aged in bourbon and sherry cask,
Non-peated.
Non-peated.
malts. Got it.
and then they blend it with peated malt,
Okay.
and then they finish it in American oak at the end.
Do
So they marry things, then age them a little further.
you know
Any
Irish?
of the timelines?
Well,
or-
do you know what kind of peat? There's Irish or Scottish.
No, I have no idea.
Japanese peat?
No idea.
Okay.
My guess is they buy a lot of their malt. They outsource a lot of
Yeah.
their malt. They could just be getting Baird's malt.
Yeah, I'm putting my nose in this, and I
mean, who knows?
I want to tell myself I'm familiar with the Baird's malt, but I don't know. Depending on the mash bill, it could do different things.
There's apple, like
Oh.
a straight up,
Yeah.
a bright, crisp green apple.
I should probably verbalize because I am really enjoying the nose, but I'm just in here
going like,
thinking of things for me. But no, it is a beautiful nose.
oh yeah. A vibrant green apple, lemon, and
It's not briny, smoky, meaty
No.
like you would expect from an Isla.
Really
That's not-
fruity.
yeah, that's not the spectrum of peat we're talking about
a
here.
little bit of salt. Like I could be convinced that this was like a really light touch coastal Scottish whiskey. Or an island.
That is so nice, though.
It's so subtle. Pear.
All right, it's 12 years old. This is 99% of the time. This is a lot of fun. We sit down, we try whiskeys, we say things, we share, try to explain the experience that we're having.
Yeah.
This is one of the times where I put my nose in something. It's like, man, I don't want to say stuff. I just want to sit down.
And drink whiskey.
And I just want to sit down
Yeah.
and think about it and drink it and shoot the shit a little bit. I don't want to tell you what's in here.
I
You're
know.
not worthy of what's in here. Don't even look at me.
You're
Don't
not
look.
worthy.
Don't look at me. This is, gosh.
On the sip, that is where this peat shows up. And it starts with all the things you nose,
Right.
and then it sort of unveils a nice light touch distant smoke and mint.
Can I tell you this right now?
Like this is Lagavulin level mint.
Can I tell you this right now? I'm going to tell you this right now. I asked permission to tell you this, and now I'm going to tell you this. I'm glad you enjoyed the taste. I'm so enjoying the nose.
I know.
I don't want to move forward.
I know.
Because I think it could only take a step down. It could only step down from the nose.
No, it doesn't. Well, I should say this. If you like smoky whiskey like I do,
Yeah.
it adds to it. If you preferred the nose smoke and just wanted to live in that fruit, honey, and slight salty note, then the smoke buries it a little.
I'm going to retract something I said before. I said, it's not your briny, smoky, savory, meaty type of islands. And then you said, well, there's a bit of saltiness. I was like, well, hold on, let me go back. Yes, there is a thread of brininess. So I'm going to pull that back a little bit. I do find that. You said the green apple. I'm digging the green apple. You ready?
Yeah.
Because I'm going to do it now.
All right.
You could ruin this for me.
I could. But if you think of it as not as ashy smoke.
You get it. Hold on, though. I'm very concerned. You say ashy?
No, don't think of it that way.
I wasn't thinking ashy, but you said ashy.
This is a smoke that you're smelling from someone's house while still standing on the beach and mostly getting ocean air and fruit and citrus. Light touch. It's a very light touch. Right?
Son of a bitch. That's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, it is.
It's really good. Well, so that's my note. It's really good.
Yeah.
That's all you're getting. It's all you're getting.
That's all you're getting.
The proof is not high. What are we at? 43.
Yeah, but it doesn't taste low.
No, so it feels low. The texture,
it's soft.
You feel like the alcohol is low. That's why I'm going into it. It's not because the flavors are thin or watery. That's not it. But the alcohol ding, that is such a soft touch. That can only be in the low 40%.
Yeah.
Oh.
I like it. I like it a lot.
And then I'm glad I retracted that before I tasted, because now the brininess doubles down on the nose.
It does.
Yeah.
It gets more so. This is closer to a Talisker or a Ledyard than any other Japanese whiskey that I've had.
That just gets better going back.
I mean, it really, let's be honest, we're drinking scotch here.
No, I don't think we are. Because this is my perspective of Japanese whiskey. Obviously influenced by scotch.
Yeah.
But Japanese culture gives such high value and priority to nuance and subtlety and precision that oftentimes in scotch I'll just get like, here's some big, beautiful flavors, enjoy the big, loud flavors.
Right.
But with Japanese whiskey, it's like, here's a delicate little dance and flourish and an unfolding of those flavors that, yes, feel scotchy in origin, but in execution, for me, this is Japanese, man.
This is origami, or what's the when you cut shapes out of paper? There's a whole art form of folded and cutting and paper cuttings.
Paper cutty outy.
Yeah, that's probably not it.
I love the hell out of this.
Yeah,
I really do.
It's beautiful.
So, also, I think there was news.
Yesterday's news.
Yes.
Yes.
I promise you.
Okay.
So, over the years, I have bandied about the label, the title of Hobbit
Yeah.
on Daniel.
Yeah.
And everybody thought it was like a joke. The Hobbit is a little bit shorter, and the Meet Daniel's like, oh, you're not that short. But he's not really a Hobbit. Shut your filthy hole. This man is the walking embodiment of all things that have ever hobbited. And I have confirmation. I have irrefutable proof, evidence that you are in fact born in the Shire.
Okay.
Daniel,
Yeah.
would you care to share with the people why you are in fact legitimately actually...
Oh, are you talking about that invitation that I got?
Maybe.
It's not stalled yet. Like, I mean, they have it scheduled, but what if it doesn't happen?
Then it's even funnier for me.
So I got an invite to be on a podcast.
Which podcast, Daniel?
I'm trying to remember the name of these guys do it. It's really funny.
Is there a Pippin involved?
Yeah.
Is there a Pippin?
And a Mary.
Is there a Mary and a Pippin
Yeah.
in the podcast?
Yeah. The Friendship Onion podcast, which is hosted by Mary and Pippin.
The Hobbits. So your kin invited you
Otherwise
to be
known as Billy Boyd and Dom Monaghan.
on the Hobbit cast.
Yeah.
Hobbit cast, Daniel. So maybe you get a schedule
Interviewed for like 15 minutes.
I'm just saying, though.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, the fact that there was even a preliminary conversation, they only talk to hobbits.
So much. Their whole show. Who are they going to interview? Extras who played hobbits in the background of movies. That's all they do is talk to hobbits.
Yeah, it's you and Danny DeVito. That's the only guest they have.
Gets grandfathered in as a hobbit, the original. Yeah.
All right. I love the hell out of that.
Oh, so do
were
I.
there comments? Is that a
There
thing
were,
we're
but
doing? Are we running
you
low
wanna
on
do
time?
We got 10 minutes.
Oh, God. Hold on a second. You want more views? Ditch the other guy.
That was an actual quote. Yeah, that's well played.
Actually, we don't want more views.
Yeah.
That's fine. If we were trying to do more views, it'd be a very different show. Electro Wolf, I gotta say, ever since I started watching you guys, I always make a point to hunt down these little craft distilleries when I'm traveling. So far, I've had huge success. Awesome. That's amazing.
I feel is the goal of 2022 for me.
Yeah, just
the goal of 22.
pulling back the curtain on craft distilleries.
Yeah, it's just wading through craft and pulling back
Yeah.
real gems out of the mix.
There's a lot of them. There's also a lot of them is like, oh, you really had a totally other career path before getting to this point.
Yeah.
Here's the fighting, stealing, and drinking.
If you fight me, fight for a friend.
Steal me, steal your life. Sorry.
And if you drink, may you drink with us.